is the fact that depending on the IP itself, if it has not only enough backing from the developers themselves, but obviously the fans and, the people that play this title religiously, the overall lore, speculation, and just content that you can consume outside of the game itself will expand well beyond just the video game and extend the life of this game's enjoyment for you for as long as the community is around and thriving surrounding it, and that can just be decades and even longer. Like, dude, obviously you have your big names and peak of developer innovation with games like Zelda, Grand Theft Auto, The Elder Scrolls, which provide both player lore and gameplay that's been around and active literally since those games launched in their respective timelines. But even still, the level of complex gameplay truly does not matter as long as the game can make an impact on players, because you have smaller sized games like Five Nights at Freddy's that came out in 2014 that is basically a fucking flash game where you look left and right, push a couple of buttons to get jump scared by a Chuck E. Cheese doll. And that same simple game went on to become one of the most influential horror games of probably this entire modern generation, with people still to this day dedicating whole online research teams just on that freaking IP specifically. And then even look at a game like Minecraft, which obviously isn't small in its current state based on content, but it's such a simply coded game and it's such a simply easy to understand title that it's shaped almost every gamer around my age's childhood and still holding the crown of player base and overall new gameplay lore. And it's not just the new features being added that's keeping the game fresh for new players. It's grown beyond that to where folks like YouTubers, modders, freaking novel book creators have established such their own lore within the game that it'll undoubtedly reach past just the average person scrolling on the Microsoft Store looking at the Minecraft game and just wondering what this game is. And when it comes down to it, that's really why gaming has grown so as global as it is right now, the way you just have all these new movies based on games, action figures, TV shows. Everywhere you look, gaming is being exploited, which can be a good or a bad thing. Either way, if you just have that one game that you like to play that is, in this whole loop of having so many outside factors, keeping it revitalized for new players and, older players alike, then you will honestly never get bored of this IP and just find new ways to find fun with it, even if it's beyond just playing that specific game.